Shut my mouth? Fine. I'll sit back and watch you struggle. The school I currently work at went through an overhaul of assessment, marking and submission policies. Important fact. All assessment making was done by hand, because we were still stuck in the dinosaur age. So the head teacher holds a meeting stating that all marking is to be changed to an online system, where we would have to type a separate comment for each criteria for all assessment tasks rather than write an overall comment. You can imagine the uproar from all of the older teachers. They were super comfortable with writing, but can you imagine the two-finger typing method they were used to? Not to mention finding the letters. I had already saw this change coming as all students went online due to COVID, and it was me who implemented this change for my department. I had a light bulb moment when all that happened, so in my own time I reworked every single assessments by reducing the amount of criteria by half of what we had so we would have less lines to mark. More work for me but less work for everyone else. But being a team player is always good, right? I raised my hand in the meeting to tell them what had done for all of us. But me being the youngest teacher there, they told me to put my hand down, shut up and sit in my spot while they moaned and groaned about the changes. Fine. So I sat there waiting for my time to go home. Fast forward a week when an assessment with 6 lines is released to be marked. It may not seem much, but if I have 6 lines, x 50 words, x 60 students, it all adds up. It took me about 5 days to completely finish all of the marking for my students in between all of the other teaching and social life activities I had. But not for the other teachers. All of them had to bring work home every night, and some were also coming in as early as 5 a.m. as they were falling behind so badly. Not to mention the teacher who accidentally forgot his wife's birthday as he sat at work marking, while she sat at the dinner table waiting for his ass who never showed up until bedtime. Lol. The looks on their faces were priceless when I went home on time every day. Thank you, speech recognition. This lasted for about 3 weeks until all teachers finally finished their work. After all of the flames settled down, the head teacher calls me into her office and asks me how did I manage to complete my work so efficiently. So I pull out all of my assessment reworks and place it on her table. I told her, remember how you told me to put my hand down? Shut up and sit tight. I was trying to lighten our workload and help everyone out. Then I look up at her whiteboard in her office, and she had written up a plan which stated exactly what I had done for assessment reworking in my spare time to help. So I turned around and said, "Told you so." Then I walked out. Now I'm the leader of assessment design for my department at school, and everyone cannot thank me enough for giving back their free time every time an assessment comes around. I still haven't told anyone about speech recognition, but that's just my ace up my sleeve.
Well done.
When you say speech recognition, what are you using? I don't understand how it is even acceptable to have no typing skills while working in the school system at this point. It's not like it's a remotely new technology. I was in a super small school, like 140 to 180 students in a public K-8 school. And we had a computer lab and 1 computer in each classroom by 92-ish. Even if we are being super generous, schools were getting more reliant on computers around 20 years ago. And most schools went as far as issuing laptops to everyone at least 5 to 10 years ago. It's not like they were asking teachers to do programming. Just typing, data input, spreadsheet use, and basic computer use and troubleshooting should be the bare minimum requirement for teachers nowadays. Otherwise, they are doing their student a huge disservice, as paper is being phased out in so many industries. Even myself. I'm in the construction industry and have been pretty much paper-free for about 5 years. I suggest making a comment bank for each assessment that you have to mark. You can then use a Chrome extension called Text Blaze, which has shortcuts to automatically input longer pieces of text. For example, I can type X36 and my browser automatically writes. The methodology of the investigation is highly appropriate to address the research question, because it takes into consideration all, or nearly all, of the significant factors that may influence the relevance, reliability and sufficiency of the collected data. It takes a while to set it up, but it has literally saved me 80+ hours of typing comments on student work over the past year. Damn, that's nice. Nice MP. This was so satisfying. It shows something that also works in an office job. Be the hero that helps solve a painful situation. Don't be the one who prevents it and whom everybody will forget. It's sad, but that's how the world is. If experienced, teachers' first instinct is to say, just shut up and listen, when they hear a younger one speaking. That says something very sad about the school system. Fuck 'em. Work smarter, not harder. Nice job. I think it was a bad idea to share your secrets to arrogant nitwits. You should have let them suffer until they figured it out or hire someone to do it for them. It never pays to be helpful at any work environment. Just do your job. If others are suffering from their ignorance, let them be. You are not paid as the office support. Just as an FYI, you said less lines, but it should be fewer lines. So much clapping happened. Also, you failed your creative writing assignment based on all the mistakes. Quote, I still haven't told anyone about speech recognition, but that's just my ace up my sleeve. Is a pro-life move. Help everyone but still be the king at what you do. Smart op. I use a note-taking method in which I literally make another textbook which is actually better than what we use in collage, and even looks like a textbook made in computer. I never share that textbook with anyone but still share some videos of that Indian guy on YT Help. My other classmates. I got 80% in my collage, of which I never attended online classes cause they can't teach you properly. And I only learnt everything one day before exam. Not even all-nighter. Woke up in the morning. Gone to collage. Written paper and I got A+. Only with 1 day of study. I can teach you guys note-taking method and share some notes too. Reply if you like to learn that method. Isn't it strange still using handwritten reports in 2020? Less developed countries may still do. But I had mandatory typed reports when I attended high school. They were introduced by 1999. The digital printed reports allowed better record keeping. I thought my whole country may have changed over that year. But perhaps may have just been a few schools? You school perps can all go to hell AFAIC.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.